Hey everybody, Ryan here at etrailer. Today on our 2019 Honda CR-V, we're going to be checking out the Swagman XC2 platform style bike rack. So first impressions, I think it's a good fit for the Honda. You know, keeps your bike up off the ground and just works with it. You know, the clearance is there and everything else. This will be a good choice for those of you that might, you know, just start to get into riding or don't go all that often. It's just more of an economical choice, which, you know, could be appropriate for a lot of people. That's not to say it won't work if you go riding a lot or anything like that, but there are some fancier options and racks that you could look into if that's what you plan on doing. But with that said, this one's going to hold up to 2 bikes, and the way it's going to work is you're going to have a frame hook here. So you put your bike up there, and then when you push this down, it's going to force the wheels into the cradles. And it actually does a pretty good job of keeping the bike secure. You know, the rack's moving a little bit, and you're just going to get that with almost every bike rack, but the bike is staying solid. So good to see there. In terms of getting this off, there's a few different ways you can do it. Everyone kind of has their own style here. What I like to do is this. So you want to make sure you got a hold of the bike, because once we take the pressure off this frame hook, you know, nothing's going to be holding it. You don't want it to fall over and hit your car. But we're just going to push that button, and some people just sneak it out like this. I like to just take it off, you know, and you can lift it up and over this, or you can even fold this piece down. I'll just lift it up and over, but I'll show you how to fold this down here in a little bit. Something you do need to keep in the back of your mind whenever you have the rack on your CR-V is it's going to extend the overall length of it. So if you got a small garage or you want to load up your bikes that evening before you go riding in the morning and pull into your garage, I'll give you a measurement here to see how much space it takes up. So we'll just go from the license plate. This will be the furthest point here. It's going to add about 25 inches. So not bad by any means. I feel like most people will be in pretty good shape with that. And a lot of people wonder too if you can still get into the back, right, when you have the rack on. And with this one, it has to be unloaded. You know, your bikes have to be off of it. And this piece will fold down. So there's a pin here. And when you pull that out, that allows you to rotate this down and out of the way. And then that's going to give you the space that you need to open up the hatch and get anything you might need in or out. And this is also, so you could drive around with it like this if you wanted to, or it actually folds up in on itself too, like a suitcase. So if I bring this piece back up, the sides will also come up. And pin those in. It sits nice and tight. You might have to adjust, you know, a piece or two here or there to get everything to clear. And so this frees up a little bit of space. Now, more importantly, you know, with it being able to fold up like this, I feel like it'll store a lot easier when it's not actually on your car, you know, when it's off season or you're not using it. And take this out, throw it in the corner on a shelf or whatever the case may be, and not have a huge bike rack taking up all your storage. Moving on down here, the shank is going to have a slight rise in it, which is a good thing. You know, these CR-Vs aren't super high off the ground, so this buys you a little more clearance. And it is going to work with the 2" by 2" trailer hitches like we have here today on our Honda, but it can also work with the smaller 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube opening. So regardless of what size hitch you got on your CR-V, this should work just fine. It's going to come with an anti-rattle bolt as well, and what that's going to do is eliminate any slop or play in the connection point there, and that way it won't rattle around inside of the hitch. So to give you an example of that, let's say if you're going down the road hitting some bumps, you know, you can see that the rack is moving with our Honda and not on its own. This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway. Other than that though, honestly a good entry-level option that you can load up a couple of bikes on and get you to and from the trails. But I think that'll finish up our look of the Swagman XC2 platform style bike rack on our 2019 Honda CR-V.